Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow. And given that I had a really long video earlier, hopefully this one's a bit shorter. And it's kind of unfortunate news, and at the exact same time, I also fully understand why it's happening. And the only thing I can hope comes from this is that gaming studios stop trying to shove in live services into games. Marvel's Avengers was an awful shit show of a game. It had pretty amazing gameplay in the sense that you could play as the different characters in the Avengers. Each one felt really unique. And I'm telling you, like playing as Iron Man and then shifting to playing as like Captain America, it feels really good. It feels really, really good. But the game launched with barely any maps, with reskins of the same enemies just being thrown at you over and over again. And there was just so many disappointments here. For the longest time, they tried to do what they could to get people to come back in, and nothing really ever clicked. I remember when they were going to drop this like brand new piece of content, and people were all hyped for it, and when it finally came out, it was just reskins of the exact same enemies again. Then there were also really baffling choices. Now, I get that Sony owns Spider-Man, but man, you're going to drop an Avengers game and then lock Spider-Man as a PlayStation exclusive. I mean, automatically that's going to upset a lot of potential customers. Now, I understand that maybe that was just something that they couldn't get around because Sony owns Spider-Man. But at the same time, it was just another disappointment on top of so many disappointments with this game. But let's go into the actual statement by Crystal Dynamics, I believe the creators for this game. Final update on the future of Marvel's Avengers. To our amazing community, after 2.5 years of introducing 12 of Earth's mightiest heroes, following Update 2.8 on March 31st, 2023, we will no longer add new content or features to Marvel's Avengers. All official support for the game will end on September 30th, 2023. Even after official support ceases on September 30th, 2023, both single and multiplayer gameplay will continue to be available. See below for more information. This is unfortunate because this game had so much potential to be really amazing. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Every single hero in that game felt unique, felt different. The combat was amazing. The problem was there was just no variety in the enemies you played against. There was no real variety in the types of maps you would go to. There was no variety in the type of gameplay like you would be doing on said maps. There was a lot of problems that just compounded on top of each other. There was a weird gearing system that existed in the game too, but it didn't actually change the way any of your characters looked. For that, you had to spend like an absurd amount of money to buy these specialty novelty costumes, which again, as a fan of superheroes, those are the things people wanted. So this game was like trying to get you to spend even more money on it. Rather than just giving me a fucking game that I wanted to play. Update 2.7, which added the Winter Soldier hero and Cloning Lab Omega level threat, is the last new content to be added to the game. No new cosmetics are coming to the marketplace, and all final balance updates will occur in Update 2.8 in March. Along with the end of development, we will also be turning off the cosmetics marketplace. When Update 2.8 launches on March 31st, credits will no longer be purchasable, and all remaining credit balances will be converted into in-game resources to aid ongoing adventures. Here's a table with the resources that will be granted based on existing credit balances. I don't think that part matters so much, but can you just imagine, you got this game, you got like the season passes, you bought a couple costumes, and then they just continued to fuck it over and over and over again. Let's see some of these questions. When will support for Marvel's Avengers end? Support will discontinue September 30th, 2023. So I'm imagining at that point, you will no longer be able to use the online services, which basically means the game is less than half of what it's supposed to be. Because being able to play with your friends is kind of the point of that game. Like, I can play as Thor, someone else can play as Hulk, somebody else can play as, well, nobody plays as Kamala, but you know what I mean, right? Like you can basically set up a team with people, and it just, like it even says here, we can't guarantee that we'll be able to address issues that occur due to unforeseen circumstances. I think your online gameplay is just done. I think it really is. Once September 23 rolls around, it's over and it's done with. It again, it sucks. Like it really does. I like this person was like, will Spider-Man remain a PlayStation exclusive? Spider-Man will remain exclusive to PlayStation. So, you know, like even if you want to pick up this game, just be like, you know, what happened? Let me just experience the combat in it. It's just not worth it, right? Because there's nothing in this game anymore. It was bad from start to finish. The best part about it was the combat, but that was the only thing in that game, was fighting the same enemies over and over again. Except they took less damage in the higher levels, and they did more damage to you in the higher levels. Oh, big joy. Like the gear grind in the game is awful. Man, this, like, it's unfortunate. It is. I've said it multiple times. It's very unfortunate. I completely understand it. And again, like I said at the start of the video, my one hope is that these studios start to learn that you cannot just attach, you know, Avengers or Star Wars onto a video game and expect it to just print money for you, right? You have to respect the product that you're working with, and you have to respect your customers at the same time. Like, I'm a greedy, filthy capitalist. Milk people for whatever you can get out of them, but at least provide us with a product we want to fucking play.